starring Chuck Connors.
My pappy always said that the true value of land is measured by the sweat that a man puts into it when he works it till his hands is raw and his back pains him till he can't hardly stand it no more. Then it sort of becomes a part of him and he becomes a part of it, and they go, well, when that happens, he thinks twice before he lets go of any of it, and, well, that's what he said. Ain't that right, Moss?
Yeah, Pa. That's what he said.
You remember him saying that, don't you, Bo?
Yeah, I remember, Pa. Just as clear as day.
You heard him say it, didn't you, Adel? Doggone it, hell.
Yeah, Paul?
Well, as I was saying, Miss Mallory...
I understand what you said, Mr. Jackman. But I'm not here to buy your hard-worked farmland. That land on the hill, that's what I want. Worthless as it is.
Well, it ain't worthless to us, not as long as we own it, it ain't.
Mr. Jackman, I have here a bank draft made out in your favor as a deposit toward the purchase of that land. Accept it now. Meet me tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock to sign the papers. And I'll raise the price $50.
Well, you got yourself a deal. An honest man can't turn down no fair price.
Oh, of course not. Thank you, Mr. Jackman. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, hush up now. You keep your mouth quiet. Where's she gone? Now.
Everybody asked me to give him that land. All you can do is go.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. It's a pleasure doing business with you, ma'am.
You're very welcome, Mr. Jackman.
Come on, boys. The drink is on your pappy.
Hey, cowboy, you'll have to tie your horse someplace else.
Huh?
Sorry, new rules. Once I get this place open, I don't want anything blocking the entrance. I'm sure you'll understand. Hmm?
Lucas, boy.
Will somebody move these hitch racks around back, please?
Who's that?
That is a little Mallory, the little lady you came to see about selling Millie's store.
Oh?
And from the looks of things, she's buying up just about everything around North Fork she can get her hands on.
Well, what for?
Don't ask me. She made a deal on Tom Gray's farm the day she got here, bought the hotel, and now just closed a deal for a part of Jackman's place.
She offering good prices?
You don't hear the Jackmans complaining.
I didn't see you.
Well, now next time, watch where you're going.
Yeah, I will.
Do you mind?
Oh, no, of course not.
What are you doing in here anyhow? That sign out front says closed. That means keep out.
I know what it means, ma'am, but I thought you wanted to see me on business.
And what business would I have with you?
The general store? I understand you want to buy it.
The store? Mm-hmm. Well, then you'd be Lucas McCain.
That's right.
Oh, as I understand it, you have the authority to speak for its owner, Miss Scott.
Mm-hmm. She asked me to act for her before she left North Fork.
And are you in a position to make a deal? I mean, right now.
Mm-hmm. If I think it's fair to Millie.
Millie? She must have been a good friend.
And I intend to see that she remains a good friend.
I see. Well, Mr. McCain, you're aware there's a great deal of work to be done. Painting, new shelving, several of the windows are broken, and even the roof leaks. What price did Miss Scott have in mind?
What do you think it's worth?
Not over $600.
Oh, Miss Mallory, you've got a lot of help. I don't think you'd have any trouble with a broken window, a leaky roof, and a little painting. I'll tell you what, you'd be a lot closer to home if you upped your offer to $1,200.
$1,200? Mr. McCain, that's out of the question.
Well, it was nice talking with you, Miss Mallory.
Cowboy. Do you think you're being fair? To Miss Scott, I mean. I happen to know she hasn't had a single offer.
Just a bad time of the year for selling. I can afford to sit and wait.
Sit and wait? Even though you know the store is in need of repairs? Even though there are no other buyers in sight?
Well, you can put it any way you want. I just say $600 is too little, Miss Mallory.
And $1,200 is too much, Mr. McCain. However, I am prepared to raise my offer to $1,000. Yes or no? Well?
You got yourself a deal.
I took the liberty of having this bank draft made out as a deposit. If you'll meet me here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I'll pay you the rest.
Well, you were pretty sure of yourself, weren't you, Miss Mallory?
Weren't you? If you'll excuse me.
$1,000, Micah. How about that?
I'd say it was pretty good, considering Millie would have been happy with 800.
Yeah, except this Miss Mallory wasn't aware of that.
She had an idea.
What do you mean?
Oh, she kind of got it out of me when I let her see the place yesterday.
Well, how come she was willing to pay?
You got me. You know, she makes out like she's a smart businesswoman, and then winds up letting everybody get the best of her.
Well, maybe that's her way of trying to build goodwill for the hotel.
Could be.
Well, come on. Let me buy you a beer. Everybody else is celebrating.
That's the best idea I heard today, cowboy. The beer is this way.
To the nicest lady I know, Miss Lou Mallory. She want to give her money away, I'm gonna take it.
Set him up again, sweetie, old boy. Sure thing, Ed. Don't you think you better take it easy? What for? After 5 years of trying to sell that hotel and she comes along and pays the price she did, I got money to burn. Yes, we all. Yes, sir. Hey, did you tell Luke here about her looking at the store?
She not only looked at it, she bought it.
No.
What? Micah?
You mean Miss Mallory paid that much for it? And I thought I had a good deal.
For the rock pile you sold her, you did?
McCain, you and the marshal have one on me, huh?
Thanks, Neb. In a minute.
Micah, you old bullfrog, I'm gonna buy you a drink.
What are you doing in town, son?
I saw something this morning I thought you ought to know about.
What's that?
I was back in Choctaw Canyon chasing out those strays like you told me to do. And, Paul, there's some surveyors up there.
Surveyors?
Hey, McCain, here's your beer.
Go on. What were they doing? You talked to them?
Well, I tried to, but they were too busy, so I watched for a while. But I did hear one of them say that when they were through leveling Choctaw Canyon, they'd have a real natural grade right into North Fork. That's railroad talk, isn't it?
Am I hearing that boy rightly?
I don't know yet. You wait here, son. You have a map of this territory?
Why, yes, in my office.
Let's take a look at it.
Hey. Hey, what's he want a map for?
Well, that Mallory woman had a map yesterday of the whole Blum territory. Sweeney, you give me another drink, quick.
Last I heard, the railroad wasn't coming within 50 miles of North Fork.
All right, here, Choctaw Canyon.
And right down from it,
Your place, Neb.
The north line of Tom Gray's farm runs smack into the backside of the Jackman place.
And that's North Fork.
Look, a straight line of properties leading right into town, all bought by Lou Mallory in the last 2 days, where she now owns the hotel and Millie's store.
And I thought I was taking her. Taking her where, Pa? Doggone it, Hazel.
A railroad!
I think you boys could use another drink.
Well, if what we figure is true, how am I going to explain to Millie? How am I going to tell her I've been taken by a
Smart businesswoman?
Smart. Smart or crooked?
Now, there's no law that says she had to tell anybody about the railroad, is there, Mark?
That's right, Micah. And, like Pa always says, never let on if you've got a winning hand.
Mallory, we figured out that maybe the railroad's coming to this here town.
I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Then you knowed it.
You knowed about it all the time?
Yes, I did.
Well, how come you knowed it before we did?
I'm a woman, Mr. Jackman.
What's that supposed to mean?
The Gold Slipper Saloon I owned in Denver was right across from the railroad office. Their men used to come in to drink, to talk, to be friendly. One day, when their talk became interesting, I made it a point to be friendly, too. Does that answer your question?
You want to told us, Miss Mallory.
I should have. Why? You found out.
Sure found out when it was too late.
You wouldn't have bought it. You would have stolen. Just like you did from my pa here. Everything you ever got, you stole.
That's right. And we got laws against stealing in this part of the country.
I stole nothing. I paid very well for what I have, and every one of you was glad to sell.
You hornswoggled us. You just let us think we was getting a good deal.
That, Mr. Jackman, is exactly what you thought you were doing to me.
Now, let me tell you something. Ain't no female ever got the advantage of me. There ain't no female ever outsmarted Neb Jackman and his sons. And I'm gonna...
You're gonna do nothing.
You siding with her?
I am.
You too, McCain?
A deal's a deal.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing? I'm...
Except go on about your business. That goes for all of you. On your way.
You know, my dear departed father used to say there was no sorrier sight on this whole earth than that of a grown people acting like a small child who got the stick instead of the lollipop.
You blame them? These people worked hard for what they had.
They don't know what a hard day's work really is.
And you do.
Yes, I do, cowboy. Ever since I was 14 years old and left alone in this world to make out as best I could. Do you know what it is to work in a potato field? From sunup to sunset, digging till your hands can't feel the pain that's in them. Then standing on feet that have no feeling left in them. Serving up beer in a pub half the night. For a penny here and a penny there. Hoping someday you'll have enough money saved to come to this country. Even if it means working the whole way on the boat. I've got where I am by work and more work. And without asking for any favors. And in return, I don't give any.
Miss Mallory, I think most of us can learn to accept being outsmarted, but there's something else. If you want to make friends in North Fork, you ought to get that chip off your shoulder.
Friends? I've never had time for friends. I've been too busy taking care of myself. Because if I don't, nobody else will.
There just gotta be a way.
Ain't no way, Pa. Not with the marshal watching after.
I'm sure glad Ma ain't alive to see our females skinned us that away.
What was that? Haslam, doggone.
I just said I'm glad.
I know what
Ma...
you said. I know what you said. Now, wait a minute. Your ma said to me just before she passed on to her reward, Nebuchadnezzar, she said, you gotta look after Haslam. Now, he ain't like Moss and Bowles, she said. They all right. But Haslam, he gonna need help. You gotta find him a nice girl to take care of him. Now, that's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna find Haslam a nice girl to marry up with and bring home as his wife. Now, whatever she brings with her, whatever she owns, that becomes a part of the family, don't it?
Just like we own it ourselves.
Doggone it. Haslam, if you ain't the one, you're gonna get married.
I am?
You got yourself a real target cat here, Brother Haslam.
Yeah, it's good, ain't it? Oh.
Hey, that ain't no way to treat your betrothed woman. I pull this down, you gonna tell Haslam you sorry.
What do you want with me?
Well, I forgot to tell you, we brung you out here so you can get to know Haslam and us better.
Oh, you did you?
When you see how much you like us, you're gonna be downright happy to become a part of this family.
Part of your family?
Yes, ma'am. You and Haslam, ma'am.
You're all out of your minds.
Well, we know you can't force no female to do nothing like that. So Haslam, he's just gonna have to bide his time until you cotton up to the idea on your own account. But in the meantime, you can fix us some supper. You can feed the chickens and you can slop down the hogs. Then you can do a little washing and a little mending till it gets on bedtime. Help you make up your mind about Haslam.
I will not. I'll scream for the first person comes near here.
Ain't nobody that comes near here, except maybe once or twice a year. Us Jackmans, people leave us be.
Miss Mallory? Miss Mallory?
Just keep pitching, ma'am. You got a lot more to do. Now, come on. Pitch. Are you gonna pitch, Hay?
Micah, you seen the Mallory woman this morning?
No, I haven't. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen her since yesterday when we talked.
That's funny. I was supposed to meet her at 9 o'clock to get the balance of Millie's money.
Well, she doesn't seem the kind of a woman who'd forget about an appointment like that.
No, she doesn't.
No sign of her.
Well, let's look inside again. Mallory! Miss Mallory!
Lucas? Found this outside the back door. There were fresh buckboard tracks right alongside.
Well, of all the people she did business with, the only one using a buckboard was...
The Jackmans.
Boss says as soon as you get through doing these duds, well, you can start cleaning out the chicken coop.
You can clean out the chicken coop yourself.
No, ma'am. You gotta do it. so you can make a good impression on Haslam here.
Yes, ma'am, you sure have been doing a good job of taking care of us. Why, you remind me of just the way Ma used to be.
Oh, we got company coming. Down the road. Get her in the barn, quick.
Yes, sir.
You let me do the talking, you hear? You don't say nothing.
Why not, Paul? It ain't nobody but the marshal and that McCain feller.
Oh, you just hush your mouths. Well, howdy, Marshal. Lucas, what y'all doing out here?
Neb, we were just passing by and thought we'd drop in and say hello.
Well, that's mighty neighborly of you. We was doing a little washing here. Ain't that right, Ma?
Yeah, that's right, Pa.
Yeah, ain't that right, Haslam? Doggone it, Haslam.
You want me to talk, Paul? You said to me not to.
Why is that, Haslam?
Well, he don't know what he's saying. I mean, when he don't mean nothing when he says something. Well, you know what I mean.
What's going on in there?
Well, Bo, he's in the barn there taking care of a sick cow.
What's the matter with the cow?
Well, she's got
Local.
Yeah, local.
She done got into some local.
Yeah, local.
Out in the pasture.
And you've got her in the barn?
Hey, we just found out about it.
Yeah.
Well, you better turn her loose before she breaks the place up. Come on, I'll help you.
Oh, that's all right. You don't have to bother yourself none.
No bother.
Oh, doggone you. I said don't bother.
Did I say something wrong, Paul?
Come on, Bo. Bring her out. You hear me?
Is he gonna shoot the cow, Paul?
You hush your mouth.
All right, let her alone. Get over with your pa.
You all right, Miss Mallory?
You didn't make such a good deal this time, did you, Miss Mallory?
We thank you, man. We sure do thank you. We was wrong, and it's mighty understanding of you. And we ain't never gonna do nothing like that again. Not ever, no, sir. I mean, ma'am.
If you ever change your mind, ma'am, I'll be waiting.
Hush up, doggone it. Once she does change her mind, signs that complaint. Back to the barn, you critters.
Well,
Well, what?
excuse me, I've got to get back to work. I suppose I should thank you.
Not if it's too much trouble.
It's not that it's too much trouble, it's just a hard thing for me to say. I've never had to say it before. Thank you.
Thank you.